Brian C. Muraresku, The Immortality Key, Uncovering the Secret History of the Religion with No Name. Embark on an intriguing journey exploring the possible connections between spirituality, psychedelics, and ancient religious rituals in The Immortality Key by Brian C. Muraresku. From a grandmother's life-changing spiritual encounter with psilocybin to the potential use of hallucinogenic substances in ancient Greek and early Christian rituals, this book dives into thought-provoking hypotheses and surprising discoveries. Be prepared to challenge traditional perceptions of religion and the potential ramifications for modern faith if these connections are proven.
The God Pill. Dinah, a self-proclaimed atheist, had a spiritual breakthrough after taking psilocybin, a psychedelic compound found in magic mushrooms, as part of a Johns Hopkins University study. She and 70% of the participants experienced profound and meaningful effects from a single dose. As traditional religion declines and people seek spiritual experiences, the potential for psychedelics as a path to enlightenment is an exciting prospect. Could the God Pill become the foundation of a new kind of religion? The psychedelic connection in ancient Greece. Explore the theory that the mysterious rituals of Eleusinian mysteries, held in ancient Greece's religious sanctuary Eleusis, involve psychedelics. This summary delves into the pilgrimage experiences of participants and how they might have been transformed by drinking kyukion, a sacramental elixir. The ingredients of this drink could hold the key to solving the mystery of Eleusis. The book's author, Muraresku, revisits the theory initially proposed in The Road to Eleusis, suggesting that the founders of Western civilization may have used psychedelics. If true, it would have significant implications and urge us to reassess our relationship with drugs. Ancient Greeks' hallucinogenic wine. The Eleusinian mysteries, a religious ritual of the ancient Greeks, featured a psychedelic drink, according to Brian Muraresku's research, which took 12 years to complete. The evidence comprises a mix of archaeological discoveries and records, including an obscure site in Spain where remains of religious statues, a subterranean room used for sacred rituals, and a human jawbone with a small chalice were found, all tested positive for ergot, a fungus with hallucinogenic properties. Muraresku also found a vase in the archives of the Louvre with an image of a priestess adding a mysterious herb or fungus to wine, and an encyclopedia by Greek physician and pharmacologist Dioscorides full of detailed wine recipes that call for nightshades, a potentially poisonous plant that produces hallucinations, to be mixed with wine. Muraresku concludes that the ancient Greeks did consume drugged wine during religious rituals. The Psychedelic Eucharist. The Holy Communion or the Eucharist is a significant Christian ritual that has been celebrated for centuries. However, the author, who was raised Catholic, found the ceremony empty and started to wonder what the original practice looked like. He poses a question: what if the wine was drugged? Based on the connections between paganism and early Christianity, the author believes that the Christians may have borrowed elements of the Greeks' hallucinogenic rituals and used them to use wine in their worship. The existence of grape seeds mixed with mind-altering substances and the skeletons of lizards and toads on a vessel found in an ancient Roman farm is evidence of the possible use of hallucinogenic wine. Although there is no concrete proof, it is a definite possibility worth exploring. Uncovering the Secret of Psychedelic Eucharist. The book explores the theory of the use of psychedelics in early Christian rituals and the potential impact of its concrete evidence on Christianity. Muraresku, the author, believes that there is evidence to support the theory, and the Vatican's archives and ancient catacombs are full of potential evidence. However, the Catholic Church may not be too happy with the theory's revelation. While researchers are yet to find definitive proof of the psychedelic Eucharist theory, Muraresku thinks we should ponder why our ancestors would use psychedelics to trigger spiritual breakthroughs and imagine the possibilities if psychedelics were legalized. When solid evidence emerges, Muraresku plans to take a trip to Rome with the surviving author of The Road to Eleusis to invite the Pope to join them for a glass of hallucinogenic wine, the Eucharist as it was meant to be.
As we wrap up our exploration of the Immortality Key, we come to understand that the possible connections between psychedelics, spirituality, and religious rituals are captivating, transformative, and even controversial notions. While concrete evidence for the Psychedelic Eucharist may not be readily available, the existing clues and hypotheses presented by Muraresku make a compelling case for further investigation. Not only could this give us a deeper understanding of our ancestors and their spiritual experiences, but it could also open up new avenues for the use of psychedelics in contemporary spiritual and therapeutic contexts.